Ladies and gentlemen, life is a precious gift, and how we spend our time and energy determines the quality of that gift. Every moment we invest in someone or something is a moment we'll never get back. That's why it's so important to be mindful of where we place our trust, our emotions, and our efforts. Because if you invest yourself in the wrong people, the return on that investment will always be disappointment, frustration, and regret. Think about it. Life is like a garden. The people you surround yourself with are either seeds that help you grow or weeds that choke the life out of you. Some people bring out the best in you, challenge you to be better, and uplift you when times get tough. Others drain your energy, waste your time, and fill your mind with negativity. The difference between success and failure, happiness and misery often comes down to who you allow into your life. If you spend your time with people who don't respect your value, who take more than they give, who discourage your dreams instead of fueling them, what do you think will happen? You'll start questioning yourself. You'll start believing that your potential is limited. You'll start settling for less than you deserve. And before you know it, you'll wake up one day wondering how you got so far from where you wanted to be. You see, relationships, whether friendships, partnerships, or even casual associations, are like elevators. They either lift you up or bring you down. If someone isn't adding to your life, they're subtracting from it. It's that simple. Success leaves clues, and so does failure. Look at the people around you. Are they building you up, or are they tearing you down? Are they inspiring you, or are they draining you? Are they pushing you forward, or are they holding you back? The truth is, you can't change the wrong people into the right ones. You can't force someone to see your worth, to appreciate your kindness, or to respect your time. But what you can do is make the decision to walk away from those who don't align with the life you want to create. The world is full of people who will value you, support you, and help you grow, but you'll never find them if you're too busy holding on to the ones who don't. So be selective, be intentional, invest in people who invest in you, and watch how your life transforms. Time and energy are two of the most valuable resources we have in life. Unlike money, which can be earned back, or material possessions, which can be replaced, time once spent is gone forever. Energy once drained in the wrong places takes effort to restore. This is why it is crucial to be mindful of where and with whom we invest these resources. Every single day we make decisions about how to spend our time and whom to spend it with. Sometimes these choices seem small. Answering a phone call, replying to a message, engaging in a conversation, but over time they add up. If we continuously invest our time and energy in the wrong people, it can drain us emotionally, mentally, and even physically. The wrong people are those who do not appreciate our presence, who take more than they give, who demand our attention without offering anything meaningful in return. They are the ones who leave us feeling exhausted rather than inspired, doubtful instead of confident. It is easy to underestimate the impact that people can have on our lives. We often assume that we have unlimited energy, that we can handle negativity, or that we can change others for the better. But the truth is, our environment shapes us more than we realize. Spending too much time with people who do not align with our values or goals can lead us astray from the path we want to follow. It can cause us to adopt negative thinking patterns, lower our self-esteem, or even delay our progress towards success. Imagine trying to climb a mountain while carrying a heavy backpack filled with unnecessary weight. That is what happens when we invest ourselves in the wrong people. Their negativity, drama, and lack of ambition become burdens we unknowingly carry. They slow us down, making it harder to reach our goals. Instead of encouraging us to keep moving forward, they make the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Over time, this extra weight can make us question whether the climb is even worth it, leading to frustration and self-doubt. On the other hand, when we are surrounded by people who uplift, support, and challenge us in positive ways, everything changes. Instead of feeling drained, we feel energized. Instead of doubting ourselves, we gain confidence. Instead of losing focus, we stay on track toward our dreams. The people we surround ourselves with should contribute to our growth, not hinder it. They should push us to be better, inspire us to take action, and remind us of our worth. We often hold on to relationships out of habit, fear, or guilt. We tell ourselves that we owe people our time, that we must remain loyal, even when the relationship no longer serves us. But loyalty should never come at the cost of our well-being. True loyalty exists in relationships where there is mutual respect, appreciation, and growth. If we find ourselves constantly giving but receiving nothing in return, it is time to reconsider where our energy is going. One of the most powerful things we can do is become intentional about how we invest our time and energy. This means setting boundaries, recognizing when a relationship is no longer beneficial, and having the courage to walk away from people who do not add value to our lives. It also means seeking out individuals who share our vision, who challenge us in positive ways, and who bring joy and inspiration into our daily experiences. Life is too short to waste on people who do not appreciate our worth. When we start treating our time and energy as valuable commodities, we begin to attract the right people, those who genuinely care, who celebrate our successes, and who encourage us to grow. The decision to invest wisely in the right people is not just about improving relationships. It is about improving the quality of our entire life. The people we surround ourselves with have a significant influence on our lives. Whether we realize it or not, they shape our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors. Some people help us grow, pushing us towards success and personal development, while others hold us back, keeping us stuck in cycles of negativity and stagnation. This is why choosing the right people to invest our time and energy in is one of the most important decisions we can make. Every person in our life either adds value or takes it away. Those who help us grow, inspire us, challenge us, and encourage us to be our best selves. They see our potential and push us to reach it. These individuals are not afraid to tell us the truth, even when it is uncomfortable, because they genuinely want to see us succeed. They provide support during difficult times and celebrate our victories as if they were their own. Their presence in our lives creates an environment of positivity, motivation, and progress. On the other hand, there are those who hold us back. These are the people who discourage our dreams, fill our minds with self-doubt, and drain our energy with their negativity. They may not do it intentionally, but their influence prevents us from moving forward. Some people are constantly complaining, finding problems instead of solutions. Others project their own fears and insecurities onto us, convincing us that our goals are unrealistic or unattainable. Over time, their words and actions can weaken our confidence and make us question our abilities. It is easy to underestimate the impact that negative people can have on our growth. At first, their words may seem harmless, but if we hear them often enough, they start to affect our mindset. If someone repeatedly tells us that we are not good enough, that we will fail, or that our efforts are pointless, we may start to believe it. Our subconscious mind absorbs these messages, and before we know it, our actions begin to reflect those negative beliefs. Instead of striving for greatness, we settle for mediocrity. Instead of taking risks, we play it safe. Instead of believing in ourselves, we doubt our every move. The company we keep also influences our habits and behaviors. If we spend time with people who are driven, goal-oriented, and constantly improving themselves, we are likely to adopt those same qualities. We start setting higher standards for ourselves, working harder and aiming for bigger achievements. Their motivation becomes contagious, inspiring us to push beyond our limits. However, if we are surrounded by people who lack ambition, make excuses, and waste their time on unproductive activities, we may find ourselves doing the same. This is why it is essential to evaluate the people in our lives. We must ask ourselves, do they inspire us to be better? Do they challenge us to grow? Do they bring positivity into our lives? If the answer is no, it may be time to reconsider those relationships. Letting go of toxic or unhelpful connections is not about being cruel or judgmental. It is about protecting our energy, mindset, and future. We must actively seek out relationships that nourish our growth. Finding the right people may take time, but the effort is worth it. We should look for individuals who share our values, encourage our ambitions, and genuinely support us. These relationships will help us build confidence, develop a strong mindset, and achieve our goals faster than we could on our own. The relationships we build in life have a direct impact on our success, happiness, and personal growth. Just like elevators, people either lift us up to new heights or bring us down to lower levels. Every interaction we have either adds something positive to our lives or takes something away. That is why it is essential to be mindful of who we surround ourselves with. The people in our lives influence our mindset, emotions, and overall well-being more than we often realize. Think about the times when you have felt the most motivated, encouraged, and inspired. Chances are you were surrounded by people who believed in you, pushed you to do better, and celebrated your progress. These individuals act like elevators that lift you up. They help you see possibilities instead of limitations. They remind you of your strengths, encourage you to take risks, and support you in moments of doubt. Their energy is contagious, filling you with confidence and ambition. Now consider the opposite. Times when you felt drained, discouraged, or stuck in a cycle of negativity. More often than not, those moments were influenced by people who acted as weight rather than support. They might have been constantly complaining, finding fault in everything, or filling your mind with doubts and fears. Instead of encouraging you to move forward, they made you question your abilities, your dreams, and even your self-worth. These are the people who bring you down, pulling you away from your goals and making it harder for you to reach your full potential. One of the most dangerous things about negative influences is how subtle they can be. Toxic people do not always appear harmful at first. Some may disguise their negativity under the pretense of concern, saying things like, "I just don't want you to get your hopes up," or "Are you sure you can handle this?" Others may constantly complain about their own lives, filling your space with pessimism. Over time, their doubts and negativity seep into your thoughts, affecting your self-belief and decision-making. The truth is, our lives are a reflection of the people we spend the most time with. If we surround ourselves with those who are driven, passionate, and positive, we naturally adopt those traits. We find ourselves setting bigger goals, taking action, and feeling more motivated. But if we spend too much time with those who are unmotivated, fearful, or full of excuses, we risk adopting those same attitudes. Their mindset can become our mindset. This is why being selective about who we allow into our inner circle is crucial. We must actively choose relationships that elevate us rather than ones that bring us down. It is not about cutting people off for minor flaws. No one is perfect, but about recognizing which relationships consistently add value to our lives and which ones drain us. Some relationships need to be loved from a distance, while others need to be nurtured because they help us grow. Another important thing to remember is that we must also be the type of person who lifts others up. If we expect to be surrounded by positive, driven, and encouraging people, we must reflect those qualities ourselves. We should aim to be the kind of friend, mentor, or colleague who inspires, supports, and brings value to others. When we give out positivity and encouragement, we naturally attract the same in return. In life, success is rarely achieved alone. The people we associate with either accelerate our progress or slow us down. That is why it is essential to surround ourselves with those who challenge us in positive ways, hold us accountable, and remind us of our potential. When we consciously choose to be around people who lift us up, we set ourselves on a path of growth, fulfillment, and endless possibilities. Negativity and toxicity are more than just bad attitudes or unpleasant behaviors. They are forces that can quietly and powerfully shape our thoughts, actions, and overall potential. The people we associate with on a daily basis influence how we see ourselves, how we handle challenges, and how far we go in life. If we surround ourselves with negativity, it slowly seeps into our mindset, limiting what we believe is possible. Toxicity, whether in the form of discouragement, criticism, or unhealthy competition, holds us back from reaching our full potential. At first, negativity might seem harmless. A friend who constantly complains, a colleague who always doubts your ideas, or a family member who questions your ambitions may not seem like major obstacles. However, over time, their words and attitudes can begin to shape your thinking. If you hear enough times that something is impossible, you start to believe it. If someone repeatedly tells you that you're not good enough, you begin to doubt your abilities. The human mind absorbs what it is exposed to, and repeated negativity rewires the way we think, making us more hesitant, fearful, and uncertain. Negativity also has a way of draining energy and motivation. Have you ever had an exciting idea or a new goal you wanted to pursue, only to share it with someone who immediately shot it down? Instead of encouragement, you were met with doubt, criticism, or even laughter. This kind of response can be incredibly discouraging. It makes us second-guess ourselves, and in some cases, abandon our ambitions altogether. When surrounded by the wrong people, we stop dreaming big because we are conditioned to believe that failure is inevitable. Toxicity does not always come in the form of obvious discouragement. Sometimes it appears as unhealthy competition, manipulation, or even passive-aggressive behavior. Some people pretend to support you but secretly hope you fail. They may subtly undermine your confidence, give backhanded compliments, or dismiss your achievements as luck. These toxic influences create self-doubt, making it difficult to fully believe in your own potential. Negativity and toxicity also impact decision-making. When we constantly hear about fear, failure, and limitations, we start making choices based on avoiding failure rather than achieving success. We play it safe instead of taking risks. We settle for less because we are afraid of what might happen if we aim higher. Over time, this mindset prevents growth, keeping us stuck in the same place while others move forward. One of the biggest dangers of surrounding ourselves with negativity is that it becomes normal. If all we hear is doubt, fear, and complaints, we start to believe that this is just how life is. We stop questioning whether we deserve better. We stop searching for ways to improve. We accept mediocrity because we have been conditioned to believe that striving for greatness is unrealistic. The good news is that we can break free from this cycle. The first step is recognizing toxic influences for what they are. This requires being honest about the people in our lives and how they make us feel. Do they inspire and uplift us, or do they bring us down? Do they push us toward our goals, or do they make us doubt our abilities? Once we identify negative influences, we can make a conscious effort to limit our exposure to them. The next step is to seek out positive, growth-minded individuals. These are the people who believe in us even when we doubt ourselves. They challenge us to improve, celebrate our successes, and remind us of our worth. Being in an environment filled with encouragement and ambition allows us to see possibilities instead of limitations. It pushes us to take action, step out of our comfort zones, and strive for more. Choosing the right people to be around is not just about protecting ourselves from negativity. It is about creating an environment where we can thrive. When we remove toxic influences and surround ourselves with positivity, we unlock our true potential. We begin to think bigger, take bolder steps, and believe in ourselves at a deeper level. Growth becomes natural and success becomes inevitable. One of the biggest mistakes people make in life is believing they can change the wrong people into the right ones. They think that with enough patience, love, or effort, they can make someone value them, treat them better, or support their dreams. But the hard truth is this: you cannot change people who do not want to change themselves. No matter how much you invest in someone, if they do not see your worth, respect your energy, or align with your values, you will always end up disappointed. It is natural to want to help others grow. We believe in their potential. We see what they could become, and we hope that with time they will realize it too. But potential is meaningless if someone is unwilling to act on it. You can give them advice, encouragement, and opportunities, but if they do not want to improve, all of your efforts will be wasted. They will remain the same, and you will be the one left feeling frustrated, drained, and unappreciated. Many people hold on to relationships, friendships, and connections far longer than they should because they convince themselves that the other person will eventually change. They think, maybe if I'm more patient, they'll start treating me better. Maybe if I work harder, they'll finally respect me. Maybe if I keep proving my loyalty, they'll realize my value. But the reality is, people do not change unless they want to. And when someone truly values you, you will not have to beg for their respect, time, or effort. One of the hardest things to accept in life is that not everyone will meet you at the level of effort, love, or ambition that you give to them. Some people are simply not meant to grow with you. They may be stuck in negative habits, unwilling to change, or just not interested in the same path you are on. No matter how much you try to inspire them, they will remain in the same place unless they choose to move forward themselves. Holding on to the wrong people does not just waste time, it also prevents you from finding the right ones. When you are constantly investing in people who do not appreciate you, you have no space left for those who truly will. You become so focused on fixing broken relationships that you miss out on forming healthy ones. The more you give your energy to people who drain you, the less you have for those who uplift you. Life is a journey filled with opportunities, challenges, and lessons. Every step of the way, the people we surround ourselves with play a crucial role in shaping our experiences. Some people encourage us, support our ambitions, and bring joy into our lives. Others, however, bring negativity, drain our energy, and hold us back from reaching our true potential. If we want to grow, succeed, and live a fulfilling life, we must learn to surround ourselves with the right people, those who uplift us rather than pull us down. Choosing the right people is not just about avoiding toxic relationships. It is about actively seeking out and building meaningful connections with those who inspire us. The right people push us to become better versions of ourselves. They challenge us to step out of our comfort zones, believe in our abilities, and strive for excellence. When we are around such individuals, we naturally absorb their mindset, work ethic, and positive energy. Their confidence becomes contagious, and their encouragement fuels our growth. It is often said that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. This means that if we surround ourselves with ambitious, kind, and hardworking individuals, we are likely to develop those qualities ourselves. On the other hand, if we are constantly around people who complain, make excuses, or have a negative outlook on life, their energy will affect us as well. Over time, our thoughts, behaviors, and even our future are shaped by the people we associate with. One of the most valuable qualities of the right people is their ability to see our potential even when we do not. There are moments in life when self-doubt creeps in, when we feel lost or uncertain about our abilities. During such times, having people who remind us of our strengths and encourage us to keep going can make all the difference. They believe in us even when we struggle to believe in ourselves. Instead of tearing us down, they lift us up and remind us of what we are capable of achieving. The right people also hold us accountable. They do not just tell us what we want to hear, they tell us what we need to hear. They offer constructive criticism, challenge us to improve, and push us to stay committed to our goals. They understand that true friendship and support are not about blind agreement, but about helping each other grow. When we are surrounded by such individuals, we become more disciplined, focused, and determined to achieve success. Building relationships with the right people does not happen overnight. It requires effort, self-awareness, and the willingness to let go of unhealthy connections. Sometimes we hold on to relationships out of familiarity, even when they no longer serve us. We fear change, thinking that distancing ourselves from certain people means we are being disloyal or unkind. But prioritizing our well-being is not selfish. It is necessary. If a relationship constantly brings negativity, stress, or self-doubt, it is time to reevaluate its place in our lives. Attracting the right people also requires us to be the right person. If we want to surround ourselves with individuals who are ambitious, positive, and inspiring, we must cultivate those qualities in ourselves. Like attracts like. When we focus on self-improvement, develop a strong mindset, and treat others with respect and kindness, we naturally attract people who share the same values. Surrounding ourselves with the right people is one of the most powerful ways to transform our lives. It influences our mindset, our choices, and ultimately our success. When we choose to invest our time and energy in relationships that uplift, inspire, and support us, we create an environment where we can truly thrive. The quality of our relationships determines the quality of our lives, and by choosing wisely, we set ourselves up for a future filled with growth, happiness, and success. The people we surround ourselves with shape our lives in ways we often underestimate. Investing in the wrong people drains our energy, limits our growth, and holds us back from reaching our full potential. No matter how much we try, we cannot change those who do not want to change themselves, and we cannot afford to waste our time on relationships that bring more harm than good. Instead, we must be intentional about choosing the right people, those who uplift, support, and inspire us. When we surround ourselves with individuals who challenge us to be better, believe in our dreams, and encourage us to grow, we create an environment where success and happiness flourish. Life is too short to spend it with people who do not appreciate our worth. The sooner we recognize this, the sooner we can step into a future filled with meaningful relationships, personal growth, and endless possibilities.